Hi everyone, I am M.Yogadharani, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at SNS College of Engineering. I am handling IoT subject. Today we are going to see about IoT definitions. In previous video we saw about IoT components in applications of IoT, IoT definitions, characteristics, IPv6 roles, and today we see about IoT definitions, observations, IoT views, IoT frameworks, and basic nodal capabilities. So IoT definition and general observations. Originally the term Internet of Things was invented by MIT R2ID Center in 2001 and referred to an architecture that comprises 4 elements as follows. Passive radio frequency identification, that is RFIDs such as class 1 generation 2 UHF RFIDs introduced by the Electronic Product Code Global Consortium and operating in 860 to 960 MHz in range 1. And then second element is read and plug to local system, which read the EPC, a local system offering IP connectivity that connects information pointed by the EPC thanks to a protocol called Object Naming Service. EPCIS, that is stands for EPC Information Services, service that process naming request and returns physical markup language. Before that, in general, IoT definitions is in which physical consumer products connect to the web and start communicating with each other by means of sensors and actuators. Here, sensor is a device that detects changes or events in the environment and transmit that data to other electronic devices. Example, temperature takes the temperature as physical characteristics and then convert it into electrical signal for the system. And the second element is actuators. Actuators is a machine component that moves and control mechanisms. It converts electrical signal into the physical events. Then it takes input from the system and gives output to the environment. Example, motors, heaters. The term IoT denotes a large number of devices benefits from communication service that uses IP. Here, machine-to-machine communication is automated data exchange between machines. And the mission of IoT is to attach tiny device to every single object to make it identifiable by its own unique IP address. These devices can be autonomously communicate with one another. ITU stands for International Telecommunication Union, then T for Telecommunication Standardization Sector, it is ITU-T. One can view the following as Internet as providing a number of technological capabilities or a concept to provide an array of data exchange and linkage services. And view A as infrastructure perspective and view B as it's a concept. View A. IoT is just a concept. It does not refer to network infrastructure. It does not a technical term, but it's a concept. But in view B, IoT is an infrastructure. It refers to infrastructure. See, in this table, this table explains about view A, that is view A, that is a concept. IoT is a concept in definition. First one, a technical revolution that represents the future of computing and communication, and its development depends on technical innovation from wireless sensor to nanotech. And the second point is to prove that IoT is just a concept means network interconnection of objects from the sophisticated. And the third one is IoT links the object of the real world with the virtual world, that is enabling anytime, any place or interact each other in same place and time. And then view A, concept oriented, IoT refers pervasive computing environment, that is connected to each other via wireless or wired communication. Likewise, view B as infrastructure, that is global infrastructure. Some people says that IoT is only an infrastructure. um, some of the examples of definitions in case B of a infrastructure is global infrastructure, that is link physical and virtual object through data capture and communication capabilities. Global information and communication infrastructure, that is enabling automated chain of actions and not require a human intervention. Then global ICT infrastructure. This is the ITT views architecture. Existing architecture serves service infrastructure and network infrastructure is in a single block, but in a new concept view A as a IoT concept, which is enhancement of existing infrastructure, and view B IoT infrastructure stands for conflicting with the existing infrastructure, then newly developing all aspects including requirements and architecture of new infrastructure. Thank you. Next video we see about IoT frameworks.